Do you struggle finding love? Do you end up with the wrong guy or woman who don't seem to appreciate you? Do you sabotage your relationships? Or are you in a toxic relationship where you feel more like an option than a priority?
So today's topic is why some people can't find love. No matter how much they want it, it always seems to elude them. If that's you or someone you know, we will share a few things that you can do about it. Coming right up.
You're watching A.L.T. Adventure Love Travel. This is my wonderful husband Adam, who is an incredible architect with a lot of insight into relationships.
And this is my gorgeous wife, Lynn. Mwah. She's an award-winning romance author with an extensive background in relationship counseling, and she is just awesome. A.L.T. is a positive lifestyle channel where we take you on our adventures and travel whilst discussing what it takes to create loving, passionate, and really healthy relationships.
This is our journey where we hold nothing back. You'll see the good, the bad, and the ugly as we go through some of our toughest lessons, along with joyous moments, both of which creates the loving connection we have now.
Today, we are shooting on location in Sydney as we have the iconic Opera House right behind us. The architect in me loves this incredible shell design, and the sense of place that it creates within the whole of Sydney Harbour is just incredible. And so we've been here during Vivid, and it's even more incredible at night when they do all the projections on the shells as well. So many people believed when they first came up with this design that it just couldn't be built. And so it's a monument to just what can be done. And it's amazing what you can achieve when you really put your mind to it.
Which leads us into a really great segue that your thoughts are powerful. Which leads us into today's topic, why some people can't find love. I've met many people, some of which are my friends and family, who struggle with finding love. Often it can feel hopeless, debilitating, and I've known people who are embarrassed by their single status as if they're lepers that nobody wants. Some are super defensive about it, yet they long for that special someone to hold them, a companion who inquires about their day at work, and someone to love. However, after being hurt over and over again, sometimes it can affect our sense of self, how we look at ourselves and at other people. You may even think you are cursed, or God has it in for you, or you've done something really bad in a past life. So in this one, karma demands a life of loneliness or staying on the merry-go-round of toxic relationships. Perhaps you're jaded and it's created this massive wall around your heart. You still want to find someone, but your self-protection mechanisms won't allow you to get close, and you end up sabotaging relationships before they even get started.
So love can also mean being vulnerable. Opening your heart to someone takes trust and courage, doesn't it, baby? Many would rather stay at home alone and unhappy than put themselves in a vulnerable position. For some people, they believe that love means having to compromise who they are in order to make that relationship work, or having to change completely because they don't feel someone would love them as they are now. Some feel that they are just unworthy of love, and that's really sad. Past experience has shown them time and time again that this is the case, yet they're desperately trying to find it, always waiting for the other shoe to drop when they start a new relationship, and which appears just too good to be true.
True. So, why do millions of people find love every day, but somehow it eludes others? Now, I don't believe in bad luck, or some deity is punishing you, or there are no good men out there or women out there. I don't believe in any of that. What I believe is it's not all black and white. There are many reasons why some people can't find love. They vary depending on the person and their past experiences and thought processes. However, one of the common reasons a person struggles to find love is based upon subconscious messages that motivates their behaviors in sabotaging their chance for love.
To explain how this process works, your subconscious is a part of your mind that you aren't aware of, but it has around 90% influence over your actions and thoughts. As huge people, 90%. Which is why, even though you consciously desire something, doesn't mean that your subconscious decisions will allow you to get it. Your life will go the way your subconscious mind has been programmed, which usually stems from the messages that we've received before the age of 6. So if you have negative programming, 90% of the time you will recreate these negative experiences in your own life.
Now, some people suggest meditation, hypnotherapy, or other reprogramming approaches. And while they're good to have, I believe that there are other ways that has helped myself and Adam to process what is not working for us and find better solutions to live a life that is positive and loving, despite the unconscious negative messages we received as children. And believe me, there were millions of them. We didn't grow up in a bubble of positivity. We've had to work hard to get where we are today. But the end result is we did find each other and we have a tremendous loving relationship.
Which leads us to our Lovebird Tips.
Lovebird Tips.
Tip number 1. Recognize the unconscious programs. The first step is to recognize when there is something that isn't working in your life. Whether that's being perpetually single when you don't want to be, or being with someone in an unhealthy relationship. No matter what it is, it's good to narrow it down to a particular issue that may stem from that unconscious programming.
Tip number 2. Practice self-awareness. A psychotherapist can help you with this, but you can also give it a go yourself. Find a quiet space where you can relax and won't be distracted. Focus on your particular issue and think back to when you first felt that way before. It could be when you were a child, a teenager, or an adult. Somewhere in your life, there is an event or a series of events that's happened when your subconscious received messages that created feelings that you don't deserve love. Now, we're looking for the most traumatic time you first felt this way. For example, let's say you're a woman.
Okay.
You're a woman who pushes men away before they get close to her. Even though she really wants to be loved, now she practices tip number 1 and considers her unconscious programming. She asks herself, what is the overall feelings behind this behavior pattern? Perhaps she will respond, love makes me feel insecure and I don't like that feeling, so I find myself stopping those feelings before they even happen, hence why she pushes men away. Self-awareness comes in when she goes back into her past to find out when she received the messages. Love makes her vulnerable to hurt. That's a message. Perhaps there is domestic violence in her past where her mother wouldn't leave her abusive husband because she was in love. The subconscious message received to her as a child could mean love is unsafe. Love means being in pain. Avoid love at all costs. Okay, so once you find that self-awareness around your particular issue, you're on the path to healing and rewiring your negative pathways. If you can't find your past connection, don't worry. Practice makes perfect, or you can go to a psychotherapist to help you.
Tip number 3. You are not defined by your past. Now that we have discovered that messages were unknowingly taken on board by your past experiences or events, it's time to process those feelings so as not to get stuck in that past. The key is to release judgment and blame. Nobody has a manual on life. We're trying our best and we all make mistakes. I'll repeat that. We all make mistakes.
We do.
Taking judgment and blame off the table for others, and most importantly, for yourself, goes a long way to releasing the resentment and emotional pain that keeps you stuck in a life you just don't want.
Tip number 4. Thoughts are powerful. Every pathway we have in the mind is strengthened by our thoughts. It's your mind's job to make us right, even when the reality is different. If you say to yourself, "You can never find a good man," then you will be right, because you've strengthened the negative pathway in your subconscious, which cements your actions and behaviors to make that happen. You will unknowingly sabotage yourself until you change your thought processes. So remember, don't believe everything you think. If you don't like the way your relationships are now, time to change your thinking to what you do want. Positive thinking equals positive subconscious equals positive behaviors equals positive outcome.
That's an awesome tip, baby. Tip number 5, like attracts like. So we have established that your subconscious mind will determine your behavior patterns, thoughts, and feelings. If you feel on a deep level that you don't deserve love, then you will attract a partner who will mirror that belief and treat you as though you don't deserve love. So the key here is to start to work on your self-love, your self-respect, and your self-worth, whether that is through a counselor, reading self-help books, workshops, or watching inspirational speakers. Make today the day you work on a healthier emotional well-being.
Make it today. They are some pretty full-on Lovebird tips. So we'll leave it there for now. We hope you found value in our topic today on why some people can't find love. It's time for question of the day. Have you ever had trouble finding love? Leave your comments below. We would really love to hear your thoughts on the subject.
So subscribe to our channel and share with someone that you feel can benefit from this video. We hope you've really liked it and look forward to the next video that helps.
Exactly. You're watching A.L.T. Adventure Love Travel, and remember, you are worthy of love. See you next time.
She is worthy of love.
You're worthy of love.
Well, thank you.